Well, we are just 2 days away from the FDA public meeting to consider whether to issue an emergency use authorization for the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine.
Now, ahead of that, today the FDA released the data that will be central to that decision. Our Dr. Frank McGeorge has been pouring through that. He's back with a closer look at the other issues that this data has identified. Frank?
Yeah, Kim and Devin. So the Moderna vaccine trial was designed to answer very specific questions. But in the process of collecting and analyzing the data, often other things are identified that are also of interest. For example, how much of an effect could someone expect with only one dose of the vaccine?
When medical research is done, it's important to set up the goal of the trial very carefully and not use the information gathered to make any definitive conclusions that the study wasn't designed to evaluate. Nonetheless, it is fair to look for hints that might contribute to a broader understanding. In the case of the Moderna vaccine, there appears to be some protection against COVID-19 after receiving only one dose of the vaccine. When the data was evaluated, there were about 1,000 people in the vaccine and placebo groups who had only received one dose of the vaccine. And using the infection rates in those people, the vaccine efficacy appears to be significant after one dose. Another question is whether the vaccine can reduce the chance of people developing severe disease. The data provided by Moderna found 11 cases of severe COVID-19 among people who received the placebo, and 0 cases in the group that was vaccinated. This suggests the vaccine was 100% effective at preventing severe disease. Now, many people have asked how well a vaccine might prevent asymptomatic infection, where a person might unknowingly be contagious. The hint from the Moderna data is that following the first shot, there were 2/3 fewer asymptomatic infections in people who received the vaccine compared to the placebo.
Now, something else that came up were cases of Bell's palsy. That's a condition that causes paralysis of one side of the face, often triggered by a viral infection. The Pfizer trial found 4 Bell's palsy cases in the vaccine group and none in the placebo group. Moderna's trial found 3 cases in the vaccine group and 1 in people who received placebo. It's not enough to say that the cases were related to the vaccine, but it's definitely something that we'll need to monitor.
In fact, I know you'll be keeping us posted on any new findings because people have so many questions about these vaccines. They're still pouring in. You might want to talk about how to submit them to you right now.
Yeah, so you can submit one right now on the homepage at clickondetroit.com. In fact, I'll be answering several tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. and of course in the days to come. Obviously, I cannot answer all of them, but I am trying to answer as many as I possibly can.
Great
Back
deal.
to you.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Doc.